I mean, you needed this. You needed this win bad, going on the road for 4 games coming up. Just talk about how these guys gutted it out and came back from being 9 down.
Well, I think you never want to say must win early in the year, but it was an important game for confidence reasons. We needed to win a home game, and the one thing that I feel real good about is how we won it. This wasn't a 98-96 game. We won it with some guts, some grit, some defense. I told them at halftime when we talked, they were 7 for 11 from 3. I said, if they go 7 for 11, we have no chance. It's got to be more like 3 for 11. Well, they did one better. They went 1 for 8. So we just felt like if we could just get a little grittier, a little tougher defensively, we would have a chance. We thought we could score some points. We've been able to score most of the year. It's just showing a little more grit and a little toughness, and the guy next to me was a perfect example. You look at his number, you look at the first line of his stat line, he was 3 for 14. That's not a good night. But he found other ways to help us. He had 11 rebounds, 6 offensive, 15 points. And then the other thing with the offensive rebounds, we missed some shots late, but no one remembers those missed shots because we got second and third chances. We were able to bleed the clock. So his stat line is a testament to the grittiness. 3 for 14, yet he's the guy at the press conference today. Why? Because he got to the free throw line and found other ways to score, and he got rebounds. So real pleased with that. Real pleased with Tevin Falzone giving us 9 rebounds. Mustafa's still doing his thing. He wasn't as good as he's been, but he still had 10 and 8. If you told me beginning of this year that Mustafa would give us 10 and 8 and he wasn't at his best, heck, we'd be throwing a party if this was September. So hopefully we found something positive in Mustafa. And, Tevin's a good player. He's got to keep giving us good numbers. So, obviously the guards have been pretty consistent. Davon has been Davon. But our front court guys answered the bell today, especially when it mattered. And I'm thrilled about that.
Lewis, can you talk about that? Can you talk about, coming off that tough loss Thursday and coming right back and showing that toughness that led you guys to the win?
Yeah, today we played another, elite guard in the league. Last game, Carver had 36. And we knew that Sanders, he's, 25 points in the last 8 games. He's averaging 25. So we knew that we were playing another great guard, but different type of game. And we were just focusing on not letting them get easy baskets. Another team-wise, we knew we should hold them under 40%, which we did. I think it's at,
39.3, yeah.
And the other thing was out-rebounding them. They get out-rebounded. And I think we were getting out-rebounded in the first half, I think. Were we?
No. We out-rebounded both games.
Oh, we did?
Yeah, we out-rebounded by, I think, 6 in the first half and then 2 in the second half. But I think what happened in the second half is key rebounds. Yeah. We got some, we out-rebounded, but we did not get some key rebounds. And we got some key ones late.
Well, in the last, minute and a half, you got 3.
Yeah, well, the 3 offensive, and then I thought we got a couple defensive, and we got a couple loose balls. I think the biggest thing between this game and the Robert Morris game was, 2 things. Carvel Anderson was just unguardable, but they beat us to loose balls. They won the loose ball battle. And when I mean loose ball, I don't mean just diving for loose balls. I mean when that ball's in the air and it's a 50-50 ball, that's a loose ball. And Robert Morris consistently in that game beat us to loose balls, and that's the difference. Really, what was the difference between this game and that game? We were down 2 with 4 minutes to go against Robert Morris, down 2 with 2 minutes to go, and couldn't get stops. Today we were up 2. Not only we got stops, we got scores. So this is a crazy league. The difference between winning and losing, the frustrating thing about coaching in the Northeast Conference, this is not like the ACC where you have the number 1 ranked team in the country going to beat the bottom teams by 25-30. That's not happening here. The margin in this league, in the MAC, in the America East, is 3-4 possessions the whole game. Mm-hmm. Sometimes 1 or 2. So we need to find a way, and luck has a little bit to do with it, but there's an old saying, the harder you work, the luckier we seem to get. And I thought today, I don't know, I don't want to say we wanted it more than because FDU wanted to win this game, but it looked like we wanted it more. And conversely, against Robert Morris, I don't think Robert Morris wanted to win more than Sacred Heart on Thursday, but it looked like they wanted to win more. They were getting to loose balls, so that's the key, is not only to want it, but to do those things to make it evident. Wow, these guys are playing hard. I had 4 or 5 people saying, you guys played your brains out today in terms of effort and grit. And that's what we got to be, especially without Evan Kelly. We're not this pretty 90. We got to be a gritty team. We lost our most athletic player, our guy who gets us 6 to 8 points in transition. All right? And so we don't have that anymore. I don't know if we're going to be able to score in the 80s. We have to win games like this. and hopefully it'll have some staying power throughout the season.
Lewis, can you talk about that positive vibe that I guess had to be going through the huddle throughout the second half? I mean, you're down 9, and yet nobody's like thinking, "Oh, here we go again." It's like we just got to make a stop, get a basket, make a stop, get a basket, and we can be right back in the game. And you were.
Yeah, because we kept on saying as bad as we're playing, we're only down 5, we're only down 6. I mean, we were missing open layups that we usually make. Like 9 times out of 10, we would make those layups. So we just felt like if we keep getting stops, eventually we're gonna start making those layups. And I mean, even if we missed them towards the end of the game, we were getting the rebounds, getting second and third shots, bleeding the clock, like you said. So I mean, that's pretty much what it was.
This is a young team, and a lot of times young teams have to learn how to win. Was this one of those learning experiences? I mean, you guys could have easily, down 9, let it slip away, but you didn't.
Yeah, I felt like, I mean, we knew we were gonna win the game. There was no doubt in anybody's mind that we were gonna lose. Like any other game, when we get down by 9, you could just tell by the body language that we're just like, oh my God. But this game, every time there was a timeout, coach was just in us telling us, yo, we're only down 9. Get a stop, score. Get a stop, score. I mean, I don't think anybody had a bad vibe coming back in the game.
The thing I feel best about with this game is when's the last time a Sacred Heart team shot 34% from the field and won a game? I can't remember. Maybe in the 9 years I've been here. And we've had some darn good teams, but we've been offensive teams. We need to start becoming more of a defensive team if we want to be a factor in the league. So that is the stat I'm most proud of today is Sacred Heart shot 34% and won a game. You know, I don't think we could say, we've won a lot of games through the years, all right? But it was because we shot maybe 34% from 3, not from the field. So, the free throw line was a factor. We made our free throws, 24 for 27. I would be lying to you if I told you we worked a little extra on it. We worked a little bit on it, but not any extra.
Well, he certainly has 14 in a row the last 2 games. But Anthony, I mean, can you just kind of talk about, you got to feel some pride in the fact that you kind of saw your team maybe grow up a little bit today. Like Lewis said, you could have, down 9, you could have folded the tents again and not come back, but this team did, and that's got to show you, a lot of hope.
No question. I mean, pride is the right word. I've always said my biggest goal for this team is for people of this Sacred Heart community, which is a great community, is to watch us play and feel good about the team they saw, have a little pride. I want them to be proud of the team they watch. Now, with that, winning emboldens and creates pride, but playing a certain way does. And I believe this. I feel very fortunate that I'm at this. This is a great place with great people, and they deserve a team that they should feel good about. And let me tell you, I will sleep good tonight, probably for the first time in a few weeks, because I think anyone that was here today, and it's on break, so it wasn't a great crowd, but the people that were here saw, if they're Sacred Heart fans, I think they were proud of what they saw tonight. And the win has a little bit to do with that, because if we lost, I think they still would be proud of it, but it's a little harder, So finishing the game, I think, is an element that we've obviously lacked. So that's my goal. If the people of this community and the administration and the students, I mean, this is a great place. If they're proud of the team they see, then I've done a good job. I will sleep good at night. And tonight I'm going to sleep good at night because I know anyone that was here was definitely proud of the way these guys competed. And that's what it's got to be about. And if they feel that way, and I've said this, and it's a little cliché, but results will come. If people come watch us and say, man, those guys played their tails off, the wins will come. I believe that. And I hope that our players believe that. And hopefully today was a step in the right direction.
Well, they play.